it's me, Tasha, CEO and Chief Coach at Start Young Financial. And today I want to talk to you guys about the 3 things that I think could be keeping you stuck in your financial situation. So just think about it. At the beginning of the year, so many people have these grandiose goals for what they're going to accomplish. And hopefully at least a few of them are financial in nature. So for example, maybe you plan to save more. Maybe you plan to build up an emergency fund or something of that nature. You make these plans and you feel really good about them in January. But before January is over, most people have already forgotten about these goals. And when it comes to the end of the year, you're no better off than you are in the beginning of the year. And so I look at that and it makes me think that you are stuck in that financial position. You aren't making any progress. And I have a few ideas as to why this may be. So I would love to talk to you about them and see if you think that these could potentially be some reasons of why you're unable to move forward in your finances. And if we can begin to identify what these problems are, then we can start moving forward toward finding a solution. So let's get started. Number one reason I think that you are probably finding it difficult to move forward in your finances, let me consult my notebook, is the fact that you don't have specific goals. I always tell my clients that goals must be specific, measurable, actionable, results-oriented, and time-bound. Those are called SMART goals, and I'll say that again: specific, measurable, actionable, results-oriented, and time-bound. And I normally condense that to asking 3 questions. Is this specific? Is this measurable? And is this actionable? So let me give you an example of a good goal and a bad goal. I'll start with the bad goal first. So a bad goal would be something like, I want to save more money every month so that I can reach a level of financial freedom. That's bad because it's not specific, it's not measurable, and it's not actionable. So let me turn that bad goal into a good goal. A good goal would say, I want to save $100 every month towards my emergency fund. So that is specific, it's measurable, and it's time bound. If you're finding that you're not able to reach your financial goals and you are in the same situation month in, month out, year in, year out, it could potentially be because your goals are not specific. The second thing that could potentially be keeping you stuck where you are, not allowing you to move forward, is the fact that you don't have any discipline. Now, I don't want to say that everyone doesn't have discipline. I don't want to make that blanket statement. But for most of us, we struggle. Now, when you make these financial goals, you have to do your best to stick to it. It doesn't matter if you say you're going to save $100 every month if you don't actually do it. So that's the whole point. You have to actually stick to it. I know it's hard, but you have to do it if you want to make traction towards reaching your financial goals. So for example, if you say, I am not going to eat out this month, and then your coworker comes and say, hey, let's go get lunch. You're like, oh crap. Okay, come on, let's go. That is not serving you well. You have to have self-control and know when to sacrifice and say no to yourself. So I strongly encourage you to practice saying no to yourself so that you can start reaching your financial goals and putting them to action. So that once you say something, you can actually accomplish it. Okay, so that's really important. You can't reach financial goals without taking real life action. So if you say you're going to do something, or if you create a goal for yourself, make sure that you stick to it, and you'll be happy that you did. The more you stick to your goals, the easier it is for you to do. The more you break your goals, the easier it is for you to do that. So let's move to the last one. The last thing that I want you to focus on when it comes to trying to move forward is being focused. A lot of people are stuck where they are because they are not focused on where they want to go. Now, it's really good to have goals, but you don't want to be so entrenched in the day-to-day that you forget the bigger picture. When you focus on the bigger picture of what you're trying to accomplish, then it is easier to motivate yourself towards reaching those goals. So I want you to always have some type of vision board or something that you can visualize in front of you that helps remind you of where it is that you're trying to go. Maybe you want a beautiful home for your family, or maybe you want a new car that's going to replace your rinky-dink, run-down old car that you got when you just graduated high school or something like that. Whatever your goal is, keep it in front of you, visualize it, and let that be your motivation to stick to the day-to-day things and to follow those specific, measurable, and actionable goals that you set for yourself. So I hope that you learned something in this video. I want the best for you. I want you to make goals. I want you to stick to those goals, and then I also want to see you moving forward. If you find that, you're setting goals, but it's extremely difficult for you to reach them, then you're not alone. Holding yourself accountable can be extremely, extremely difficult. So feel free to sign up for one of my free Discovery Breakthrough sessions. And in that session, it's 30 minutes, and I will help you focus on one thing only that will help you take your finances to the next level. So if that sounds like something that would be useful for you, feel free to sign up. But also, do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe if you thought that this information was useful, valuable, something that you could use, or that would just improve your life day to day, especially in the area of your finances. Thank you so much, guys. That's all I have for you today, and I will be with you next time. As always, I am your sister in finance. Bye.
Hey, do you wanna ride? Let's take a little stroll far away from memory lane. And do you wanna roll? Let's take a little walk. Hold my hand, there'll be no more pain. And do you wanna fly? Take 2 in the morning, in the night, I'll be by your side. Do you wanna